Yo, my people, them CFC, Realist Blue, back with another video, and this is the match preview for the Chelsea versus Brentford game in the Premier League. Kickoff is at 3 p.m., but join my watch along from 2:15, and we can discuss the team news, and you can get my reaction as the game goes on. And if you are new here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new Chelsea videos from me. And let me know your score predictions in the comments. Let me know. And thank you for your support. Man's close to 800 subscribers, so help me get that as quickly as possible and help me get 1,000 subscribers before the end of the season. My people, damn. And yeah, man, hopefully we can get a W because it's been a minute since I've done a watch along, like 2 weeks. I've been going to the last two games. So yeah, man, hopefully we can mark back the watch along with a W. So hopefully we can do that. But let's talk about the injury news for Chelsea. And the same old stuff, man. You know, like Reece James out, Carney's out, Fofana's out, Leslie Guchuku's out, like Benoit Badiashiel's out, like bare man are out. But that's been the same situation all season. The good news is though, is that Mark Cucurella and Thiago Silva have been removed off the injury list. So it looks like they could potentially be in the squad tomorrow to take on Brentford in this London derby. And bam, I'll be raw. This is gonna be an intense match, just due to the fact that they've already beaten us this season, Brentford. They beat us 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. And more time throughout the last couple of seasons, they normally beat us at least once every season. But they haven't done the double. Like they haven't done a double against Chelsea since I think like the 1940s. So for us right now, we need to make sure we don't create new history like we did a couple weeks ago in the Carabao Cup final. Like literally, we need to make sure we can score because it even says here, it says Chelsea have won just one of their last five Premier League meetings with Brentford, losing three of their last four against the Bees, drawing one. It's the lowest win rate against any opponent they have faced 5+ times in the competition, 20%. So it goes to show that Brentford are a jammy team for us. Can't forget that 4-1 win that time when Rudiger scored that bad man goal. They dealt with us then. They dealt with us last season. And now already this season they've dealt with us. So we need to make sure that we get a W, especially because we can close the gap on the teams above us and we can jump up to like ninth or eighth with a win. So this is desperately needed. But if I'm going to be honest, do I suspect us to really get the win? I'm not going to be that much optimistic. I do hope we can get the W. And Brentford in the last 10 or 12 Premier League games, they won about two of them. This is a team that's lower than us in the Premier League right now. So it's like we need to capitalize on this. We have to, because if we don't, it's just going to add another span in the works and gives us more doubt to think that we're not going to finish in European places via the Premier League, which is something that we have to do to maximize getting the best opportunities to get into Europe next season. Because if we don't, it's just going to be long, whether that's for the financial side of things or for the players, because even adding another competition, it will allow more players to get more game time, whether that's the under 21s or just the reserves kind of thing. Like, this is going to be good for us to experiment with new players in the next season in the European competitions. But we have to win and close the gap because we got games coming and they will not be easy. So hopefully we can get this W. And obviously to speak about more match facts in this case, it says Chelsea have won each of their last four Premier League London derby matches, as many as they had in their previous 16, drawing five and losing seven. They last won five in a row between January and May 2021. And in that season as well, went on to win the Champions League. So those are some good vibes. And hopefully we can win the FA Cup. Hopefully. But yeah, man, we need these London derbies because even right now, I would believe that we are top for London derbies, like points this season. I remember my friend Chelsea designing something, so I think we are top of the table for London derbies. And Brentford, it's a West London thing. It's a West London derby. They are not easy to play against, but they are not unbeatable. And with a team like ours, where we rested a lot of guys for the Leeds match, it will be fit. Cole Palmer should be very healthy, just like Ben Chilwell, just like Levi Colwill. So for me, it's going to be an interesting lineup, and I would suspect us to get the W regardless. So yeah, man. It says Brentford have kept just one clean sheet in the last 13 Premier League home games this season. They've lost 4 of their last 5 at home, winning 1, while their 6 home defeats overall this term is 3 times as many as they lost at the GTEC Stadium last season too. So their home record, they're not doing good at home. Come like they do better away from home than at home this season because they've already lost twice as many games. So we need to go there and make sure we get the W. Because it's been a minute since we got a W at the GTEC Stadium. I believe the last time we done it, Ben Chilwell scored that sweet volley. Them times there, we was meant to be title challengers. So it's been a minute. But we need to bring back these vibes. We need to bring back this momentum. Because if we're going to go for European places, we need to get a win tomorrow. We need to get a win tomorrow. So hopefully that is the case, and hopefully we can get this dub. But yeah, man, those are some match facts / stats. I'm not gonna go over anything really that Pochettino said because it's just due to the fact that this guy is more of a capper, and I really don't care about his opinion more time nowadays. So that's just what it is for me. Pochettino, just make sure you set up the team right. Make sure you set up the team right. You put players in their right position, and make sure you start Mikhailo Mudryk. He has to start. He has to. So now talking about starting, we're going to talk about my preferred XI. And my preferred XI has to be Dordy Petrovic in goal. After the game he had in the Carabao Cup final, is is it should be undisputed that he's our number one, especially after Robert Sanchez and how he played against Leeds. Petrovic should be our number one. He better be in goal tomorrow because if he isn't, Pochettino, that's another red flag. It's another one. And then you got Malo Gusto. He might not necessarily start because he's been playing a lot of minutes, but after this game, we don't have another game for 8 days. Or wait, not even 8 days, 9 days. So after today, he can have a rest. So for me, he needs to start, especially because we don't have another traditional right back. So yeah, man. Right back, Malo Gusto. Centre back pairing. First time, I think we should go over Cobham centre half pairing, meaning Trevor Chalobah, right centre back, left sided centre back, Levi Colwill. That's who we should have in our centre back pairing. Because the last couple of games, the Sassy, he has been poor. Whether that's in the Carabao Cup final where he didn't necessarily do that well, and then especially in the Leeds match where he cost us a goal. So I feel like he's tired because if you look at all season, he's one of the players that have played the most amount of minutes. And I think he's played the most minutes for Chelsea in this whole entire season. So he needs a rest. If anyone needs a rest, he does. And to bring in Trevor Chalobah, someone with Premier League experience, to play against Levi Colwill, not only does that give us Cobham people more hope and more pride that we're going to be able to succeed with some Cobham graduates, then that'll be even better. So centre backs, Trevor Chalobah and Levi Colwill. Those are my centre backs. Now left back has to be Ben Chilwell for me. Has to be Ben Chilwell. And then in the double pivot, of course, man's gonna have to go with for me, I'm gonna go with Moises Caicedo. I'm gonna go with Enzo Fernandez. Sure, they have played a lot of minutes. And if would I be surprised if one of them gets rested? I wouldn't necessarily be surprised just due to the fact that they need to get rested. But after today, like I said already, we will be not playing for 9 days. So that'll be enough recovery time for these men. So for me, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo. And then we go to the left-hand side. And for me, I want us to play Mikhailo Mudryk on the left. You saw his performance against Leeds. he was very bright. And for me, probably our best attacker on the day. He's probably our best attacker. So he needs to start. I do not want to see Sterling start. I do not. He doesn't deserve it. And Mudryk needs more minutes. This guy has played not even 900 minutes in the Premier League. It's an utter disgrace right now that he hasn't been given more time. So he needs more time and he needs to start. So on the left, Mikhailo Mudryk. Then on the right hand side, I'm going to go with Noni Madweki. That's who I'm going to go with. Noni can be direct and take on his man. So I need that directness. Sure, he might not start. Sure, he's inconsistent, but we need to give these guys more time because they are actually for the future. They are actually for the future. If we are building a team for the future, these guys are in that because they are both under the age of 23. So they need to play. And then Cam speaks for itself. Cole Palmer, bad man, Cole Palmer. And big you up for winning Young Player of the Year at the London Awards. Big you up, my bro. Big you up. And then striker, Nicholas Jackson, of course. I can understand people saying, oh yeah, there's no Conor Gallagher. Yeah, Abbey Rowe. We need to go on the attack. And him coming off the bench will be very good. We saw how it worked so well after the Leeds match. So for me, him coming off the bench again, that'll be very good. I want to see a more attacking lineup to get the best out of our attacking players. So yeah, man. Hopefully we see that. And if we don't, it is what it is, man. We just need to get a W. And speaking of dubs, I'm going to talk about my score prediction for this game. And I am going to go with a 2-1 Chelsea win. I believe we will get the dub. Brentford are poor at home. They've been poor at home this season. And on top of that, we just need to get a W. And in London derbies this season, we've actually done so well, especially considering the last couple of seasons where we've been so awful in London derbies. So hopefully we get the W and we can move up the table and stop being 11th and move away from this 10th place because I'm sick and tired of this. But my people, I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook for more Chelsea content. I'm CFC with Blue, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.